It's the fireworks, baby. It's the fireworks, baby. Y'all see it? Hell yeah. Yo, Cuss by Reggie. Back with another video. I have no idea when I'm dropping this video, but just know today is Sunday, the day after Tennessee beat Alabama by a field goal, 52-49. The most points ever put on Alabama since like 1907. Yes, we looking good this year. Go Balls. Anyway, right? If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, comment, like, share, dislike, boom. All that good stuff, right? Today, we are here with a review kind of conversation about, I guess, a new company in the barber world. It looked like they have been around doing other products and stuff, but as far as the clippers and trimmers, they got a few before these, but they seem to kind of, this looked like the apex of them trying to, they about to start trying to take off, right? And that is Cocco, right? We have the trimmers, we have the clipper, but today we're just gonna talk about the trimmer, right? I'll do another video on the clipper some other time, right? But the trimmer is one of the main things that I was focused on as far as the conversation that Cocco and Morano was advertising on the Instagram lives and stuff like that, right? So that's what we're here to talk about. This is from Cocco. The price of this was $250, right? Well, the price when I bought it, it was $220. That's one thing. They had 200. They were 200 at first. Then there were 220. Now they're 250 at the moment for the trimmer, right? In this package, you get, I did an unboxing, right? If I can get the box back open. So when I ordered these, it came in about less than a week. It got here pretty quick. So we're not even worried about the time, but you do get the USB cord. Good thing about the charger, and the clipper and the trimmer, they both take the same charger. So I just had to use one. So that's a good thing. You get the charger block, clipper brush, and some oil, right? And that's all you get. For some reason, they put that in 2 boxes, but in this box, I have nothing. Everything was, everything is in this box. They was both separated, but that doesn't even matter, right? And then in the package, you get, that's another thing that he was, that they were hyping up about how the velvet touch of this. It's not just plastic, but it is just plastic with a little coating on it. You know what I mean? But selling points is selling points. Also in there, you do get a pamphlet, and they also send you a, so the thing, one of the main things is the digital gapping that they hype up. So they let you know this was digitally gapped by whoever that is. I can't read it. And then they show you the date, right? And then they give you the warning of how to cut. These trimmers are, they come with the graphite blade with the angled tapered deep tooth. All right, you get the high torque BLDC motor, high speed, get the lithium ion battery, 3 hours of charge time for 2 hours of run time. As far as the charge time, it does take time to get it to a full charge. But on the other end, they do last the 2 hours that they say. Again, like I always say, I'm not in these companies, right? So when I give my thoughts and opinions on these trimmers and clippers and stuff, it's just based off the use. There are other products out there with a 90-minute charge time, rapid charge time, that give you like 3-4 hours of runtime, right? Maybe that's not their main focus, but you do get a charger that come with it. You know what I mean? So you just throw it on a charger, but it do last the 2 hours. This is the machine. Nice, small, got the hanging hook. Here's your charger. Here's the blade. All right. And again, that's the machine. The machine in hand kind of felt familiar, right? It's pretty much like I don't have one here, but it's pretty much like the Low Pro, just with a hanging hook. I mean, and this is a little different on the front. And of course, it say Cocco here, but for the most part, it got the thumbprint. And the only reason I thought about that, because when you're looking at it on the website, you don't think about it, or I didn't think about it, right? But once you start holding it and it's in your hand, it feels very familiar. Why can't I say that? But nonetheless, this is the product. Here's the sound. Very quiet, especially compared to some of the other trimmers that I have used. This is not to dog any other trimmer or dog this or hype this or none of that. It's just to say that this is a very quiet trimmer, right? As far as performance. So that thing is not, you know what? As far as performance, right out the box, you will get some decent lines, right? It's not. So the thing about these is right out the box, it's nicely set for you already. Their thing that they was hyping up was the digital gapping, which is one of the main things that I wanted to see. What's the difference between me just setting my trimmers and you digital gapping them, right? And from my understanding, it's kind of just a tool that he uses to zero gap each one, which is good for the company if they are taking that time to make sure every trimmer is gapped a certain way. The only problem with that is everybody is still different pressure, right? Like I have said before, when you zero gap it, I don't really zero gap my clippers because I'm heavy handed, right? I just set them where I'm getting a nice line. But everybody gapping may be different. You got people that's light-handed. They just like to tap, right? And that's fine. And they can gap it a little bit closer. Me, I can't really get them zero gap. This was not bad, but it wasn't as they were suitable for everybody. I still had some clients that when I lined up, so when I first took it out, which that was on me, but I wanted to see what they was talking about. So when I first took it out the box, boom, tapped it on somebody's neck. It still left a red lining because I'm more heavy-handed, right? So now with that in mind, okay, now I know how it's set, but let me try it with the normal pressure or taking some pressure off of it because I know that it's close. It do give you some decent lines. You can line it up. It's decent with against the bulk. It does drag a little bit, but it's not bad with taking out bulk. If you want to use it to ball it out or anything like that, it's a good trimmer, right? And as far as the pressure and putting the lines on certain skin, on certain haircuts, you will tap it and you'll be like, oh, I see what they're talking about. They said it for me, right? But then there are other cuts that I will pull out my Baby Let's Go to Effects or my Saber trimmers from Stylecraft. Those are still top-notch trimmers to me. And they are more all around than these are, right? But for them to talk about them digital gapping to hype it up, it's cool. That's your selling point. $250 is the price. And $250 is your selling point. Are these worth the money? That is always my questioning, my reason for doing these, right? No. These are in no way, shape, and form worth $250. Now, this is not to get into because this is nothing against them. This is nothing against Murano. This is nothing against Cocco or anybody else who are on the team of Cocco, all right? So there's a little back and forth going on one of my posts on Instagram, right? And I don't really do the back and forth too much, and especially shout out to 50 Blends, one of the homies, right? Shout out to 50 Blends. I'm not against anybody who with their own opinion. My opinion is these trimmers are not worth $250. Okay. One of the main things that they hyped up was the digital gapping and having technology that was never before seen. But when you get these trimmers, you see these blades, there's nothing that hasn't been done. The digital gapping to me is just zero gapping or gapping trimmers. You can do that with your own trimmer. You do not have to spend $250 on a trimmer because somebody else has digitally gapped it. I think the problem with this, and again, this is not against the company, but I think the way they sold it, because I'm not against anybody white labeling or anything, because we know other companies that do it. But when you go a certain way and you hype it up, like this is never before seen, this is this, this is this, this is, you know what I'm saying? It's putting a lot of pressure on, it's putting a lot of pressure and a lot of expectations on a trimmer or a product to work a certain way. Then when it don't, and you charging $250, it's kind of a bad taste. You know what I mean? Like, I think if they would have did what they did with this, exactly like this, brought the trimmer out without all the hype of new technology and never before seen items, and just put a decent price on it, I don't think a lot of people would have really came at them a negative way, because there's a lot of negative attention, and I'm not trying to give that same attention to it. I'm just saying for $250 and this trimmer, it's not worth it. Get you a Sabre, get you a wall detailer, get you a Babyliss Go to FX. There's other options that's not $250, that's not even $200, that you can just gap them how you want to gap them, and they're gonna work. All right, so I don't want to go on a long rant, because you are if you are a company, you are allowed to charge whatever you are that you want to charge. If people buy them, they buy them. If they don't, then they don't. I'm a reviewer, right? These from Cocco are not worth $250. Will they stay on my station? Yes, because I already bought them for $220, $250, right? But I'm not recommending that someone else, unless you just want to try them for yourself, I'm not recommending anyone else spend $250 on a trimmer when you can spend $189, $160, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can spend that much on a trimmer that's pretty much set. Like a Sabre out the box is already set, ready to go, right? So, yeah. It's gonna stay on my station because I already got it. So I want that to be clear. It is a good trimmer. It's not worth $250. If they would have put this out, put it out on the price, $150, something like that, $160, competing with everybody else, I don't think a lot of people would have said something. But there's a lot of negative because of the hype that has gone into this. And we'll talk about the Clippers on another. You know what? Fuck it. We're here. Let's talk about the Clippers, right? The Clippers. The Clippers is also $250. Clippers $250, trimmers $250. You get 3 hours of charge time for a 2 hour of run time. That is more annoying to me than the run time on the trimmer, right? But either way, you get the taper blade. It comes with its own guards. I did not use the guards. They are very flimsy. They not worth anything, right? But all in all, you get the like I said, you get their own guards or whatever, right? So this is the build of the Clipper. Now, at first, I did not like the build of this Clipper. I didn't like this part here, right? Where it kind of tapers in and kind of bulk back out. I did not like that. I didn't like the neck on it. But here's the power. That's the sound. Again, very quiet. Got the 5 clicks, the click lever. As y'all can see, that's loose though. But that can be tightened up. That's nothing. But comes with the taper blade. And the reason I wasn't gonna talk about the clipper, because the main thing about that clipper, again, is the new technology. And their new technology is the blade reservoir. I don't know if y'all can even see that, but it got a little indentions on the blade. And it's supposed to save oil, so you don't have to spray in oil as much. And when it needs oil, it'll leak on her and blah, blah, blah. Just a heads up, JRL blades are the same. So when you hype up, this is new technology. This is never before seen. That's what changes the selling point. And what you are doing, I keep a lot of my clippers. And when certain companies talk about new stuff, I like to see what everybody else is saying, and then I want to go back and look at my other clippers to see if anything matches that. If y'all can see the coating on this, the coating is pretty much like the JRL blades, and the indentions and the divots in there is pretty much the JRL blades, right? How this cut is cool. I would actually say if you're gonna spend $250, get the trimmer, don't get the clipper. The clipper it's a clipper. And the reason I said at first I didn't like that design of this because it bulk out. But when you actually cutting, like I said in my unboxing, it do have that curve and it do have the indentions where you can, it's like going up against it. This would be better with a fade blade, but going up against the side of the head, this is like a damn, I don't know, it's like a lawnmower, right? Don't work as great as a lawnmower, but you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It felt good using it though. It went through bulk pretty decently. It laid the hair down nice though. It did lay the hair down nice, like when you're going against the waves. Like I used, what was that? The Andes clipper that I used, you know, it didn't really feed through the guards and the clipper as good. And you had to keep going over her to lay it down. With this, it does lay down. It fades. It's cool. But with the clipper, it's just cool. Not worth $250. I'm not saying, because I buy shit. Like I buy a lot of stuff. I've bought $400 clippers that wasn't worth $400. I've bought $50 clippers that wasn't worth the $50. I like to buy stuff. So when I do this, this is me just saying, is it worth it? Should you get it? If you're going to pick any one of these, sure, get the trimmer. The trimmer give you your best bang for your buck in the sense of nice lines and stuff like that if you are looking for a new trimmer. But if you're looking for a new trimmer, go to Stylecraft or go to Babyliss or go get the new wall detailer before you spend $250 on this. Don't get this. The clipper is definitely not worth $250. Definitely not worth $250. That's just my opinion. All right, it's bulky. On kids, now this is just me and my use. When I'm fading up on kids, it's just a bulk of a clipper to go on a tiny head and trying to, like, I can't maneuver in like I want to. All right, it's just a bulky. Got a little weight to it. Don't get it. That's my review rant on Cocco. And again, this is nothing against Cocco as a company. This is not the fact that they slap their name on anything from overseas, because I know somebody's gonna say, well, the only thing that they did is do this. Other companies do it. I don't give a fuck who do it. I'm gonna buy them when they come out. They might be different. But when you hype it up, these blades, the technology that I got, this and that, blah, 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 this is new. And then when you use them and you see that it's not new, like them hyping that up about this clipper, about this blade, JRL, shit, they got videos. It's been done. It's been done. So that's my opinion on the Cocco trimmer and clipper. Should you buy it? No. Is the Clipper or any of them worth anything? The Clipper is cool. I mean, the trimmer is cool. The Clipper it's a Clipper. You know what I mean? Like, you can get that out of, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, I don't know. If you like the videos, like the videos. If you dislike the videos, dislike the videos. Comment, like, share, all the good stuff. I don't know. Go Vols again. We put on a fight. We fought. Even when we was down for a second, we fought back. 52-49. Vol Nation. Peace.